Welcome to Real Racing TV, top asphalt blistering 3/10 of a mile madness from our very own Southside Speedway. Stay tuned for interviews, tech talk, and some outstanding racing. Greats like Bobby Allison and Denny Hamlin cut their teeth on these four corners. Be prepared for an awesome show. And now, here is your host, Sean Cook.
Hi folks, it's Street Stock Madness at Southside Speedway. We're here with Mike Harris, driver of the number 30 Street Stock car. Mike, I had a blast racing against you last race. I don't know if you noticed that purple 66 car that was trying to overtake you. I tried, and I think I overdrove it right down into 3, and I was the guy that spun out. I guess you must have come down the inside, right?
Yeah, I came down the inside.
Now, you want to give a shout out to any friends, family, sponsors?
Well, I got RC Goodwin Lumber has been helping me out, and the Lehman Brothers. And Adams Tire keeps me in tires, and there's a couple other people helping out too. Preston and some family. And Biscuit and Bobby helped me turn in wrenches.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Folks, it takes a village to get these cars around the track. So you've got, what, 4 people, 7 sponsors, all helping out this one car. So think about it, if you multiply it out by all these cars, there's a lot of people behind this track, and we want to give a shout out to all of them for backing this track. And please, people, if you need to go buy lumber, where do you go, buddy?
RC Goodwin Lumber.
RC Goodwin Lumber. And if you need tires, where'd you go?
Adams Tire.
Adams Tire, people. These people are behind the track, so we should get behind them. Stay tuned for some serious street stock racing from Southside Speedway. We've got the driver of the number 00 car here, and your name again?
John Canton.
And we've got his buddy down here. What's your name?
Daniel Wilkens.
Now, Daniel, people at Philip Morris, watch this. We've got a mole wrench holding a cigarette. This could be a new innovation in smoking, so if anybody at Philip Morris is watching, how do they get hold of you, buddy? This is very innovative. I love this.
Well, I'm usually here at the track just about every time they race here, and I enjoy coming up here and watching them race.
Well, that's fantastic. So what did you think of the Flying Grape last race? Did you see me trying to get around the track there in that 66?
Yeah, I saw you going around there. It looked interesting for you. Looked interesting.
Well, we broke an axle, folks. I don't even know if I'm going to race tonight. I got my fingers crossed. We got missing 3 brake parts that are somewhere between corner 3 and corner 4, so I'm going to go see if I can find them. But stay tuned for some serious street stock racing from the toughest track in the South. And what is the name of this track again?
Southside Speedway.
Southside Speedway. Folks, this is a GM kind of track. It seems like all these cars pretty much are GM. Now, you drive what? This is a Camaro. What year Camaro is this, buddy?
Oh, 78 model.
A classic. Just think this could be like street rodded, cruising around, cool looking car, but you decided to chop it up and make it into a race car, right?
That's right.
Alec Cumby would rather race than cruise around in a pretty 78 Camaro. Now this Camaro is not going to stay pretty too much longer, don't you think?
No, it probably isn't.
What do you think of the street stock class, man?
It's a lot of fun.
Now you want to give a shout out to any of your friends, sponsors, websites?
CNL Machine and Welding in Amelia, they're my only sponsor I have, and that's all.
So if you need some welding or some fabrication, where do you go again?
CNL Machine and Welding.
CNL Machine and Welding, behind the track, behind this car. What about your crew? You got anybody helping you?
Yeah, I got 2 people helping me, a cousin Chris and Wesley Davis.
People, I hope when you're sitting at home you realize how much work goes in. This is pretty much the lowest division here, street stock, and you put a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of sweat equity into these cars. Do you even count up your hours when you're adding up how much you spent on racing?
No, you don't add that kind of stuff. You just do it.
Well, hopefully, folks, fingers crossed, maybe the 66 will come in front of the 67. Who knows, man? But I look forward, hopefully, to racing you later, man.
All right.
Stay tuned for some serious street stock action from the toughest traffic in the South.
Southside Speedway.
Yow! All right, folks, if you've been watching the show, you will know that Henry Halc, driver of the number 21, has been out here for nearly 2 years leading the race. Now, you really put on a little bit of age since we interviewed you last, buddy.
Well, I just gracefully put on them years.
Hang on a second. Why are we standing next to the 12 car? Why aren't we standing next to the 21 car?
That's not mine. This is mine.
Do you know the guy that drives that 21 car?
We're a little related, yes.
Now, he is Henry Halc III, is that correct?
No, he's the 4th. I'm the 3rd.
Man, Henry Halc the 1st, Henry Halc the 2nd, Henry Halc the 3rd, Henry Halc the 4th. Have you guys ever thought about getting like a baby, like naming book?
Well, it's in the Bible, yeah. It's in the front of our family Bible.
And it just says Henry Halc.
It's numerous times, yes.
But listen, folks, on a more serious note, this is the guy that bust my back axle last race. Now, I will say this, I'm glad that you didn't pile right into the side of me. I guess that was, did it look like that was going to happen at one moment?
I thought I was going to clear you. I really did. And your car just kept sliding around and around, and I was, oh no.
Well, it's my fault. When I
hold on and grin.
Well, when I started spinning, I nailed the gas. I thought maybe I could loop it all the way around and keep going, but maybe that wasn't the right thing to do.
If we wouldn't have been there, who knows? It would have been the right thing.
Well, if I'd spun out and I didn't have a whole bunch of cars, it'd been different. It just happened the second that I spun out, there was about 6 cars all coming into that corner. I was coming up on the 30. I thought I was going to overtake him, but I think it had just started raining, and that's why I spun out, right?
We're going to play. Yeah, absolutely. It started raining directly after that.
I stopped the race. I feel so bad. It was my fault that the race. We would have finished the race, right, if I hadn't spun out then.
Absolutely. We was going to the front.
And in those 4 laps lasting, this guy was going to take it all the way to the front, right?
Most of it.
Hey, you want to give a shout out to any friends, family, sponsors?
I think my boys, they help with these cars just as much as I do. It's a group effort, and you know, we race Amsoil motor oil. It saved my motor last week. We run out of water. Pegged the temperature gauge. Motor's back still strong this week.
What kind of motor oil is that?
Amsoil motor oil.
Folks, Amsoil.
M&M Services.
Where's M&M?
In Chester, Virginia. They can fix you up.
All right, folks, so if you want to come out here and race yourself, take the advice of Mr. Halc himself. Now, it's H-O-U-C-K, right?
That's correct.
And I think it's pronounced Halc?
Halc. We
Halc.
answered any of them.
Well, I'm sure you've been called worse things, right?
Yes,
all right, stay tuned for some serious race action from the toughest Trafford in Health, Southside Speedway. Folks, if you've been watching the show, you will know who this gentleman here is. This is the great Timmy Tiblus. How many races have you run this so far this season, Timmy?
2.
Out of how many?
2.
2 out of 2. Now, Timmy, if you come over here, you're going to see what we're doing to your car over here, buddy. We got 2 mounts here. We are going to see what it's like driving in the car of Timmy Tiblus. We're going to try and get 2 cameras set up here. Now, Timmy, the only thing I ask you, please bring those 2 cameras back in one piece. Now, I don't care if you have to pull over, let people go past you, whatever, but just don't hurt my cameras, okay?
I'll try not to.
All right, folks. Hey, you want to give a shout out to any friends, family, sponsors?
I like to thank Mike, he's put a lot of hours in this car, keeping it painted up, trying to keep it pretty anyways, and he gives me a lot of driving tips, helps me out a whole lot. And I like to thank my scorekeeper, Alicia Gano, that's his daughter. She helps a lot, and she scores for me, and she's my good luck charm.
Hallelujah. Well, folks, stay tuned for some serious street stock action, and hopefully, if these cameras work, we'll have, for our first time at Southside Speedway, we'll have 2 in-car cameras. So stay tuned for the upcoming street stock race from Southside Speedway. And it's time to go street stock racing, everybody! We have got an in-car camera connected to Timmy Tiblus' number 72 car. There he is, on the start, coming up the outside, using that 3-speed to get a jump on those automatics as he comes down next. He's going to crisscross down to the inside, and in the lead, we've got the number, and he comes out of 3. It looks like it's the 80. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the 95 of Brad Diggs. And we've got a wreck. The 27 goes out. Poor old Sean Ryan and a couple of others. And we're back on board with Timmy Tiblus coming down into 2. He's coming up. It looks like he's coming up behind. Well, he's not on this shot. Now, on this shot, we've got the 95s in the lead, followed by, it looks like, the 63, which is Melvin Brown of Petersburg. And there's Timmy, and there's Timmy's in-car camera into the rumble strips, coming down the inside, looking backwards from Timmy's car. You see him starting to pull away. Now, that 63 is a hot running car. We've seen him all season up front. It looks like he's somehow gotten past the 95. 97 is behind, I think, in 3rd. It's difficult to see with this race. They can start getting into lap traffic kind of quickly, although I don't think they are right now. But as they all try and battle, Timmy Tiblus to the inside of the number 6, doesn't quite make it stick. There he is, there's the number 6. You can see it might not look on from that top angle like they're going fast, but boy, believe me, they're going fast. Now, I'm in the back of the field somewhere in the 66 car, but Timmy Tiblus comes into 1, down into the rumble strips a little bit. You can see he starts nailing that gas, coming off the corner. You see the speed he's picking up as he comes down into 3. Now, in the lead right now, it looks like it is the 63 car. The 63 car of Melvin Brown, all the way from Petersburg, stuffing it up the inside. And behind him, it looks like it is the 95. And then behind the 95, I believe it's the 72, which we are on board with right now. A lot of Chevrolets out here. In fact, I think it's all GM products. I don't think there's a Ford or a Chrysler out there. There's me in the 66 being lapped. There I go, a lap down to the number 63. Oh, what a disaster. I tell you what, that did not feel good. But you can see maybe that the cars are slightly differently set up. We got one up looking at the wall, unless he's just slowing down. I know there was one car just circling. Oh, dear oh me, it looks like the 95 just got, no, I'm sorry, 61 I think just got spun. 81, it's 81 just got spun. Now that is Nick Hemerseth from Dispute Hanana, and he's having a bit of a dispute right there on the track. The smoke clouds up. It looks like Timmy Tiblus is going after the number 97 It looks like of Mr. Loving. There's me coming into 2. Looks like I've got somebody on my tail. Looks like it's the 97 possibly. Okay, and we're coming up, and he's lapping me. Number 797's on my inside, and he's past me. Here comes Timmy. Timmy, here he comes. Oh, and it's 3, and they're all getting past me. Looks like I've been lapped. What is that? The second time I've been lapped there, I think, by the 72, possibly. Anyway, but I do know that by this time in the race, my motor was up to about 275 degrees, which is not good. I thought that motor was about to melt. But the rest of the pack, you can see, maybe doesn't quite have the power. Oh, and it looks like it is number 00 of John Kansler from Amelia. Didn't look like he tore it up too bad, just spun on his own. Doesn't look like, from Timmy Tiblus' point of view, that they went to caution. Timmy loves cutting down those rumble strips, let me say that. But because I'm surprised my cameras didn't come off the way it was shaking. But anyway, oh my goodness, and we're into a race, and yeah, Sean Cook is being overtaken again. Oh, yip-de-yi-yo, that's wonderful. Oh, go on, overtake me, number 3. Yeah, well, by this time I do believe the motor was getting a little hot, at least that's my excuse. I think a little bit of steam coming out there. It wasn't long before I decided to save the old motor and pull her in. But we're having a blast out there. Listen, anybody that's sitting at home watching this, you gotta, at least once in your life, drive around Southside Speedway. It is a huge, huge amount of fun, and they're a great bunch of fellas. And it looks a little bit more scary than it actually, it's actually more scary than actually it looks. But anyway, we've got in-car camera here. It looks like the 07 is trying to run with Timmy Tiblus. That is Ryan Hudson from Midlothian. Timmy's up on James Loving's back bumper. The 46 car of Corey Barger from Richmond. I'm sorry, Corey Barger. That sounds like something you might see on a menu. Anyway, he's up the outside of the 81. Oh, a little bit of contact. In fact, quite a lot of contact there. Anyway, that's street stop for you. Oh, and we got a spin. Looks like it's the 53 of Kevin Brown from Kannapolis, North Carolina. Yeah, baby, traveling all the way up from North Carolina. That's awesome. Little bit of bumping, little bit of grinding. There's Timmy in leading up the pack. I think pretty much every time we see this angle, Timmy's getting away from him. Oh, and yeah, the number 59 is playing a particularly cautious race this time. I think he's, is it 59? I'm trying to remember. No, it's not on my list here. But anyway, he's playing a particularly cautious race. I think by this time in the race, oh, no, I'm still in there, trying to keep it around the track. But anyway, was having a good time. It's always a good time racing. But anyway, they come out of, looks like, number 2, battling down into 3. The bumping and the grinding you can see behind there. Looks like I've got one person who hasn't quite overtaken me yet. And tell you what, the top 5 or 6 cars in this class are faster than, oh, and the number 12 goes around. Henry Halc III loops her. And now Henry Halc's the guy that bust my axle, but you know what? He was a gentleman. He came and helped me put the brakes back together. Looks like the front left wheel's locking up on that. Well, I think it's a number 5, maybe. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, and now, yeah, Henry Halc IV is about to overtake me. I'm trying to hang in there, but I do think by this point the motor really is getting hot. But anyway, that's my excuse. Everybody's got an excuse. That is Henry Halc's son in that 21 car, the guy who just spun out son. And I told him in the interview, I said, maybe you guys should think about getting a naming book. You know, you got Henry Halc V, Henry Halc IV, Henry Halc III. But anyway, here it is. And you know what? I tell you what, if you guys can ever get the opportunity to get out here and run out here, it's a blast. That 79 Firebird is not a fast car, but I tell you what, it is a stock car. The top 5, 6 cars out here really are running with a lot of motor and a lot of work and a lot of know-how to get these cars running as good as they are. And a lot of good driving too, I will say that. But as they come sliding out of 3, it looks like it's just about 3 wide. The 25, the red, white, and blue car of Mike Sutphin from Midlothian, having a big old time out there. A lot of these bigger cars seem to slide around a lot more than the Camaros and the Firebirds, but they are a little bit more controllable, coil sprung instead of leaf sprung. And 35's having a good run tonight. That's Kevin Lee from Louisa. Nice paint job on that car. Probably won't last too long, but anyway, nice paint job for the time being. All right, so in the lead, we still have the number 63. 63 of Melvin Brown from Petersburg, holding off Loving, holding off Timmy Tiblus. But the 73 car is right on Timmy Tiblus's tail, and as they come out of, it looks like 2 into 3, looks like the number 30 on the outside of Mike Harris. as they come back down the front stretch. Oh, and 63 spins. The leader just spun, people. That is not good. Oh, it looks like he's got himself back together. It doesn't look like they've even thrown a caution. But boy, that cost him the lead position. He is going to battle back. He's now behind Loving, I believe. As they come out of 3, the 66 is still in one piece, barely, but I think he's running pretty hard. 97 and 72 are about to lap me, I believe, for the 3rd time. Oh, and they go high. Oh, a little tap. Nothing wrong with that, as long as nothing's broken. And lap 29, the 63 is still in the lead. Hang on a sec, is that right? I guess he spun and got back to life. Okay, he's still in the lead. 63 battling for the lead. Oh my God, we've got fire. We've got fire. Get out of there, buddy. Get out as soon as you can. That is a race car driver's biggest fear there, right there. Fire is no good. But it looks like, it looks like he's got his Christmas present there. Oh, and they come out with the big one. Yeah, put that little puny little thing aside, baby. Woohoo! All right, 52 of 75, 63 in the lead. We've got 72 in second. We've got the, let me see, what is his number? He's in 3rd. The Brad Diggs, of course, Brad Diggs. And we've got Loving in the 97. And he's coming, no, it's not Brad Diggs. Okay, he's in 2nd. Okay, I think I'm keeping this straight. It's a tough race to keep up with here, folks. Oh, sliding sideways, coming out of 3, down the stretch. Okay, down the front stretch. Okay, Timmy Tiblus is now in 3rd. We've got Loving in 2nd in the 97 car and still holding the lead even after that little bit of trouble he got down into between 3 and 4. Is the, oh, and 30 goes around. Oh, and gets hit, no, by the leader. Oh no, that's gotta hurt. The 30 of Mike Harris loops it coming in there. Oh, and I'm in. Oh, that's right, my hood pins, I came in, the hood went up, I overheated, I came in, the hood went up. Anyway, lap 70, looks like it's Loving in the lead. There's some lap traffic behind him, but I do believe Timmy Tiblus in the 72 car is in 2nd. The 63 car is still in 2nd, even after having his little bash, but I don't know if that car's running quite as good as it was. It took a little bit of a hit. As they come into, oh, and Timmy Tiblus is looking like he is going for the 63, boy, I'm telling you what. 63 come out of there loose, and Timmy's on the outside. He's going to push it up. Let's see what he does. Give him a little nudge. Come on, Timmy. Come on, Tim. Well, actually, you know what? The 63 is a good driver, too. As 97 comes in, looks like 63 is under heavy attack from 72, but they've already seen the white flag. This is it. It's James Loving, followed by the number 63 of Melvin Brown, followed by number 72, Timmy Tiblus. But we'll see what happens after technical inspection.
Y'all are insane. I don't know how you do it, man. Good run.
Yeah, it was right much fun. Most of the time you just gotta stick it where you don't belong and hope for the best.